Today I'm in the British Virgin Islands, in Tortola, Road Town, and I'm going to have another stroll around. Let's see what's happening. This is definitely the quietest port area I've been to. It's really calm around here. I just spoke to someone local to the area, I think. Just asked if there's anything of interest. Apparently there's a church up the road, St. William's, so I'll see if I can find that. Now I'm just going to walk west from the cruise terminal for about an hour or two. If you're exiting Tortola Pier Park, come left on the main road. There'll be this map, which is the most helpful map that you'll see up to this point, because the tourist information of the cruise ship pier is just got a small map of the shops in the pier park. So I'm going to try and see if I can visit the majority of these. Unfortunately, the botanical garden is closed today, so I've changed my tactic and I'm now going to head left to the Old Government House Museum and then come back around the top way. This is a less crockable town, city, than in Basse-Terre, St. Kitts and Nevis. I've walked to supposedly where the Queen Elizabeth II park is. The reason it's less crockable is because there's not really any sort of pavements, and you have to walk through grass with like insects and gravel with small bits of stone. Now, I just walked past a Dutch couple, and ze zeiden that the park dicht was. They said the park was closed. So I was going to turn back, but I thought I'd double check and verify. And what you saw behind me just then was sort of old shipping containers. But it looks like the park is open. So this is Queen Elizabeth II Park. Although, to be fair to them, the entrance should be adjacent to this hospital. So it should be about 100 yards back according to the map. So maybe they just presumed that the shipping yard was where the entrance of the park should have been, and there was nothing there, which is true. But I'm now the only one in this park by the looks of things. And there's a nice Tortola sign if you're interested in taking a picture of the Tortola sign. I'm going to take one and I'll see if I can put it in the video. There's no one here to take it, so it's going to have to be a self-timer. And it's quite interesting, they've got a little excerpt regarding the artwork on each of the letters. Which I have read. I thought I'd record it for the video in case anyone's interested. They can pause it and read it. This park's quite nice, mainly because of the fact no one's here except me. I did see that one of the tour buses from the cruise ship just arrived there, but they only got to take a picture from behind that fence in the distance. I don't think they were even allowed out of the tour bus to look at the artwork. It looks like there's some free toilets here as well. And there's I want to say a bandstand. The men's restroom was locked, but the women's restroom wasn't, so I ended up using the women's restroom. Luckily, with modern advances in people's thinking today, I can do such a thing. No, but I wouldn't have gone in there. There's got more stuff in my Crocs. I wouldn't have got in there. There's the remote possibility of anybody being near me, but there isn't. So it doesn't look like the toilets had actually been used for about a week. This is what I mean by non-crockable. There's lots of long grass. Loads of stuff in my Crocs. The next thing to see is this building here, the one at the front, the white one. I'm as far left or west, maybe west and southwest as possible, so I've seen the two sites on the map and I'm going to head back the other way and look for some of those sites from the map on the way back. And I've actually got an excuse for not going in this old government house because it's closed today. One of the sort of local people, as I got off the cruise ship, she said the museum was open, so, well, maybe she didn't. Maybe she just said there's a museum there as well, in all fairness. So I'll let her off. The next stop I can see from the same place is the hospital. It's called Peebles Hospital. I think this is what the Dutch couple would have seen as the supposed entrance to that Queen Elizabeth II part, which is in line with the map, if they've been looking at the same map as me. So unfortunately they were unaware that they were at the coalface, right at the edge of the coalface, and just a bit further was the gold. So I'm walking back up Waterfront Drive to the Road Town ferry dock, and just to show you, there's lots of small gravel alongside the long grass, but I wanted to look at the number plates here. All of them say Virgin Islands at the top and Nature's Little Secrets at the bottom. This one's a special one, but the standard ones look like that. I think that's quite a nice touch. So not long after, about 10-minute walk back from the Elizabeth Park, I've arrived at the Road Town ferry dock, and boats from here depart to Virgin Gorda, where there are some baths. So I'm now at St. William's Catholic Church. It is closed at the moment. They do have a mass today at 5:30 in the evening. I won't be here at that time. They've got a nicely decorated nativity scene at the top of the front of the building. On the street behind this St. William's Church should be a hat trick of sites. The first one being the St. George's Anglican Church, the second being the prison, and the third one being the Road Town Methodist Church. And it's harder to find than I was expecting, because I was expecting the first one to just be in front of me here. So I haven't been able to find the St. George's Church, although this building is roughly where it should be situated. This building is called Britannic Hall, and I'm on Main Street. This place was built in 1910, and the government used this house for housing overseas doctors, nurses and magistrates. I was debating whether to record this or not, but as I haven't really seen it before, and it's on the side of one of the main streets here in Road Town, I thought I'd show you. But look away if you don't want to see dead animals / pets. Not a particularly great thing to see on the main street in Tortola, but I hope he or she rests in peace. So there's supposed to be a prison, or at least a prison museum, somewhere between there and where I'm standing at the moment, but there isn't. But I have found the St. George's Anglican Church. Seems like it's restricted for vehicles, but not for people walking in. There may be a school up here as well, but see if I can look inside the church. Looks like they're doing some refurbishing works on this side. I'm going to walk around to the front entrance. So this is in the front entrance. It's quite a nice little church, a nice garden at the front. Go around the right hand side, see if there's anything of interest. Looks like there's more graves around the back of the church. And I believe that green building there is a school. Hello, am I allowed in? Yeah? Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye. So I just reviewed my map while I was sat in that St. George's Anglican Church, and similar to the problem the Dutch people may have had finding the park, the distance on the map is very small between the other church I visited and this church, but I ended up walking quite far up the road. So it turns out the prison now is here, and there should be another, I think, the Methodist church a bit further up the road. So I'm back on track. Here is the entrance to their prison museum, which is closed, but it's fine because they've got the visiting hours, so I know when to cut. Oh, no, they don't. This is the original prison from 1774, and it closed in 1995, and prisoners were hanged and buried within the walls of the prison. And someone called Arthur Hodge in 1811 was sentenced for the murder of a slave, and he was buried at the rear of the prison, hanged and buried. And as expected, just next to it is the Roadtown Methodist Church. This looks like quite a large area. Maybe the church is just in this section, but I'm gonna look up here anyway. Nice stained glass windows. A big bell and some fruit's hanging off the tree. I don't know what fruit that is. Maybe it will turn into a cherimoya, potentially. There isn't much else to see around the back of this church. It looks like there's some kind of congregation right now. It looks like a sort of family thing. I'm not sure how long it's going to last. If it is up to an hour, then I might be tight for getting back on the cruise ship. So I'm going to carry on walking to the next point of interest. But we got a good look around the back of it and around the sides of it. There's a nice cemetery here with beautiful scenery behind me. Again, pavements are lacking here. I haven't really been able to find the next church, but I have found this well known as the Sunday Morning Well, and on August 1st, 1834, this is one of the sites where the order was read to abolish the English plantation slavery system. I'm just looking for the entrance to this church. I don't even know if it is a church. I'm going to walk past it, and I need to start making my way back already, really. Right next to that well is the Virgin Islands Supreme Court. Oh, I see. I was just looking at my map. I think I must have walked past the Faith Baptist Church on the way to the Sunday Morning Well. Because the Sunday Morning Well is after the Faith Baptist Church. Oh well, maybe another time. According to my map, this big building behind me is the House of Assembly. It's midday here, so I've put the serviette on my head again. This time it's clean. I took it from the buffet this morning. Now, just ahead of me, I can see there is the sports stadium. I'm not actually sure which sport it is. Just trying to look for the way to get in. I'll walk in here and see if there's an entrance. It does say no loitering. I don't have a dictionary, so I'm not actually sure what loitering. I don't think I'm loitering. Yeah, I don't think I can get into the stadium through it. It looks like some kind of garage. I found the entrance. It was just up the road. Opens at 5 a.m. It's dead as a dodo in here. So it's actually an athletics track with a football pitch in the middle. And it looks like I can partake. It's the chicken run. Let's see if there's an exit on the other side. Doesn't look like there is. Okay, so I'm going to do a 400. I'm going to do a 400. A quick 400 in the BVI. On your marks. I'm pacing it at the start, i.e. walking. Make sure I stay in the lane. Just waving to my fans over in the stands. I'll speed up at the last bend, the championship rounds. I just want to get around this corner so the sun isn't in my face. Maybe we'll run this bit. I got quite a lot in my pocket as well. There's no one here. This could be the slowest 400 metres ever ran in the British Virgin Islands. I'm on the opposite straight now. I'll walk this bit. So the building that I thought was the... I don't even know what anymore. This pink building. Can't even remember what it was called. It says Cineplex on it. So maybe it's actually a cinema. I'm just going to check what I said it was. I said it was the House of Assembly. But it says Cineplex. Although it doesn't really look like a cinema. I don't know what it is. Okay. I'm at the final bend now. Let's go. And I made it to the end. Nearly. It's my 400 metres done. I'll go back to the yellow line where I started. And that's maybe a record for the slowest. At least I've got a record. Very nice track actually. Just to the top left corner of this athletics stadium is the botanical gardens behind me, which are closed today. You do have to pay to go in there. I'm not sure how much, so I might not have gone in there anyway. And then also, as I turn the corner of the back of the athletics track, is the Road Town Police Station. So this is the police station for the capital of the BVI. So I'm now on Station Road. I'm off the main road. The main road is called a main road. And I think the next thing of interest, and maybe the last thing of interest, on the map at least, is the sugar factory. It should be around a 10-minute walk from here. I'm not sure how long because of the map. I originally thought I had to take a right turn off Station Road before I got to the Sugar Museum. But luckily I checked halfway just to be sure, and it's actually in the middle of Station Road, but there's no signs or anything. I looked at the picture, which hopefully I'll put on this video, and based on that picture, I think it's this. You can see the little staircase at the front and the chimney maybe, or whatever it is. But I don't think this museum's open. So this is called the 1780 Lower Estate Sugar Museum, if I'm correct. Now, unless it's some kind of authentic experience, I don't think that's open to the public. Nevertheless, it's quite shabby chic and nice to see. And I'm now at a very busy road. I think this one should have been called Main Road. It's the James Walter Francis Highway, and it's partly the dreaded highway because I know I'm facing the sun on this road. But this heads back towards the port area, and I think I've seen the majority. Oh, there's another map here. So Oh, it's hidden behind the tree. You probably can't see, but I think there's one more thing of interest, which is the post office. And then maybe there's some kind of boardwalk along the marina on that side I haven't been on yet. So, le prochain stop, l'office de poste. So I'm now at the roundabout. There should be a post office behind me. I think it might be this building, J&C Trading. Perhaps it's inside the building, or it's this one coming up to my right. It must have been inside that previous sort of shop. Here is the Government of the Virgin Islands Ministry of Finance. And from here, from this angle at least, I'm heading towards my 6 o'clock. That way. Back towards the harbour area.
Merry Christmas from New Life Baptist Church.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good day. I got caught a bit off guard there by some people from the Baptist church who've given like a little lunchbox, which is very kind of them. They just seem to be going around giving them to people. How kind. Hello.
I see you got your
Yeah,
treat.
the thing is, I don't really need it. I feel like it should go to someone more in need, so I don't know if you wanted
You
it.
can meet somebody
Yeah,
on the
just
street
anyone on the
over
street.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Thank you though. This park is called the Noel Lloyd Park, and it's a very short walk from the cruise terminals, and it's quite a nice place to sit. And now I'm back on the road heading back towards the cruise terminal. So that pretty much sums up my short time here in the British Virgin Islands. I've actually enjoyed this quite a bit. It's very quiet, the people are friendly, and it's kind of a bit shabby chic. I quite like it. Feels very safe, beautiful weather, nice scenery. There's no beaches near the cruise terminal, which is a shame because I think if there was, I definitely would have gone for a swim. But other than that, been very, very pleasant. And the total time it took me to see all of those places was around no longer than 4 hours. If you're lost for ideas and you're looking for something to do in Tortola, then roughly the itinerary that I've done today was a bit off the cuff. If you walk out the cruise terminal, around 100 meters on your left, you'll see a map. I took a picture of the map and then I just followed the sites on there. And probably been one of the more enjoyable days actually.